Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Poke's Huge channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, this is a made in Spain Alhambra FSF. This is a solid wood guitar, and it's not one of these guitars where the label's trying to trick you by, it's made here, and they have some, clever branding name that sounds like the country they're saying it's from. This is really made in Spain. They've got a 14,000 square foot factory, and Alhambra really makes a great guitar. This is an all solid wood guitar. It's got some really nice silking patterns on the top, which are these sideways patterns here. I think it's a cedar top. I'm not 100% sure. It sounds incredible. It's got a solid cypress back and sides. I just got this guitar yesterday, and I usually let a guitar, sit for 24 hours. I couldn't do it. I think I let it sit for about 6.5, 7 hours. And this is what I love about collecting and buying and selling guitars, is hearing different instruments. When I first played this guitar last night, it sounded okay, but it really was kind of asleep. I love waking up a guitar. There's nothing better. So I played it a couple hours, and I started to hear it opening up a little bit after about an hour and 20 minutes, and I just kept playing. And man, it's a completely different guitar now. The Overtone series is just beautiful. Now, sometimes I like to say, well, maybe I prefer a rosewood back classical or nylon or flamenco guitar. But I'll tell you, man, it's like Chet Atkins said, every guitar has a different sound. There's something really special about the solid cypress back and sides. It gives the mid-range and the treble this kind of overtone roar and just, sparkle and articulation and warm tone that's not going to be the same on a rosewood back. I love the sound of a rosewood back guitar, but I love maple back guitars a lot. I love flame maple. I love flame maple back guitars like some of my Garcias. But this guitar just sounds incredible. It has this kind of humming overtone that sounds like the universe is being created. Let me see. It's kind of hard. It really sounds good. So not so much a performance. Anyway, this is really nice. You hear that? Hopefully you can hear that tone. And by the way, I'm just using a $100 Zoom Q3. Nothing fancy or high end here. No added effects or anything. Just a $100 Zoom Q3 with really small, cheap mics. It's got this growl though. It's just beautiful. Hear that high? That's what I was trying to show. This is a lot of guitar. I mean, I've walked into high-end, or I should say high-end, I've just walked into guitar shops that specialize in a lot of nylon strings, including, low-end, medium-end, and high-end. And I've played guitars that go for thousands and thousands of dollars, and I don't hear any difference. I think this even sounds better. I've said a million times, folks, it's really true. You got to take every guitar on a guitar-by-guitar basis. And this guitar just sounds incredible. I love the fact that it's made in Spain, and the wood, is probably cured in Spain. And Alhambra really knows what to do. There's There's other guitar companies that make a model called F7. This is not that. This is the F7 SF, and it just sounds unbelievable. And it's so fun to hear a guitar wake up. And what really is kind of blowing my mind is it's already woke. It sounds 50% better than when I first played it, and I've only played it a couple hours, so it's only going to sound better. And it's really got a nice setup on it. That's one of the reasons I bought it. Was I do some extremely difficult single note lines, and it's a lot of work on my J Marcario. It sounds great. I've lowered the action a little bit on my J Marcario, which has a solid rosewood back. But I wanted to get a guitar, even if I do let this go and sell it, I wanted to get a guitar I could play for a while that would be a little easier. And this morning I was ripping on this thing, and it just sounded so cool. I'm not very warmed up, so I'm not going to try to do anything fast, but and what's really neat about this guitar, I mean, it sounds nice when you put a little more oomph into it, you know. But it also sounds really nice played a little quieter too, with weight. These strings are stretching out because hasn't been played much. Yeah, I am really happy with this guitar. I played it last night when I first took it out of the box, and I was kind of like, maybe not the best buy, right? But I knew it was because I know a lot about guitars, and I'm pretty good at picking out a great value in a guitar, whether I decide to keep it or sell it. But like I said, after about an hour and 15, 20 minutes, it started to open up. And then it just kept opening up even more. And last night it became a whole another guitar. And now today I'm going to play. And that's, like I said, only a couple hours of playing time. And it's starting to sound incredible. So I can't wait for a couple more hours of playing time. And like I love my rosewood back J Marcario. And it has a little more volume. It's really punchy. It has this kind of explosive reverb. But the bass is more accentuated on the rosewood back, so even though it sounds great, when the bass is accentuated more, you're not going to get as much mid bass and mids and treble. It's going to have a different color to it. So I don't know, man. In the past, I used to be like not too nuts about CYPRESS backs, but now that I've played this guitar, which is really well made, I'm sold, man. It sounds incredible. And it's going to only open up. But anyway, great guitar. Not nuts about selling it. I probably will, though, if it goes to a good home. Recently sold a guitar to a famous musician in Chile, which was kind of cool because I know it's going to a good home. Now, I'm hardly putting any pressure in my pick, and I do like using it. I like using the pick on nylon string. Again, I'm using a $100 Zoom Q3 with really small, cheap mics. So what you're hearing is nothing that I've doctored or changed. No EQ or editing or reverb or anything. Again, I'm not warmed up, so I'm not going to try to rip. But yeah, this thing just... hear that high hum? This is a lot of guitar. If this guitar were made by one of the more high-end companies, it could be a price tag of, $4, $5, $6 grand, and it would still be a good value. But for what I'm asking, this is a lot of guitar for the money. I don't buy and sell guitars as much as I used to. It's because I really put a lot of time into it, and I really have to believe in the guitar, to buy it even for myself or my collection, or to buy and sell. I have to feel like it's going to be a great value on the other side. But yeah, this thing just sounds incredible. Hear that hum? And I've only played this guitar a couple hours too, So it's pretty neat, But yeah, it's going to open up even more. Yeah, Alhambra, made in Spain, all solid wood, unbelievably huge value for the money. You could pay 5, 6, 7 grand for this and still get a good value, but for what I'm asking. It's got great silking patterns, these little sideways patterns that go across the top. Again, I think it's a cedar top, I'd have to double check, but this guitar sounds unbelievable. It's got a nice setup. It's got, it's relatively easy to play. I'm really impressed by it. It seems to have a lot more range of tone than a lot of flamencos I've played. And again, the soaking pattern is indicative of what's called good species of wood. And guitars with a lot of soaking patterns, these sideways lines, always age better. But yeah, man, this is a lot of guitar. Anyway, I think I'll stop. Alhambra 7SF, all solid wood. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it sounds this good after it hasn't been played for months, I can tell. So I'm really looking forward to how it's going to sound with even just another couple hours, let alone how it's going to sound in 20 or 30 hours. This guitar is a great I read an article years ago in Guitar Player magazine that said in the future any guitar made out of all solid wood is going to be worth a lot of money because we're running out of wood on the planet, And so yeah, I don't know the exact year in this guitar, but man, this is really a well-made guitar. It's got just a beautiful voice, a beautiful overtones. This needs to go to a good home or it's not going anywhere. All right, folks, take care. Beautiful guitar. Like I said, usually when I get a guitar in the mail, I let it sit for 24 hours, but I checked the tracking on this, and it was local for more than a day, so it had already been adjusting to the California climate. So I figured another 6-7 hours inside the box, inside the case was good, and it's fine. Really a nice guitar. I'm going to have a blast playing this. I'm already falling in love with the tone, but I just love hearing. I love hearing a guitar, open up. There's nothing like it. All right, folks. Let's affirmation for today. Miracles are now naturally and easily manifesting in my daily life, and it feels great. I got the idea for that one from Jack Ducey, by the way. Although I've said affirmations very close to that before. He kind of reminded me. JackDucey.com. He's pretty cool. I'm starting to like him more. But anyway, so miracles are now naturally and easily manifesting in my daily life, and it feels great. Say it 10, 20 times a day.